So, you know, for over a year that I was on this substance, I've seen a lot of crazy shit. Without even taking psychedelics, I've seen the elf. I've seen the elf right in front of my face. A golden, angelic, loving little sprite. And its helmet was radiating the most power. It was just staring at me like angelically, as so to say, you naughty boy, you're figuring us out. You now know that we are living in a simulated reality, and these elves, golden sprites, are here with us right now on a different frequency, but they are here, making, working and creating. This is part 2 of my video, so let's get straight into it. So at the back end of my video, I talked about the ring of birds and the portal on the phone. I could see my eyes at the other end. It was trying to keep me fixated, like I was waking up from some kind of coma. The more I was watching, the more it was like pulling a face through from the neck, weaving in, bringing in this face. I never got a chance to see the face fully because something was coming out of my body. This atom energy charge, and it was being transported into this face. I didn't go back to my house for a long time, but when I did go back, I just went back through the doorway and stood there, and I saw numerous faces smiling at me, all hanging around the curtains, all smiling at me as though to say, you nearly made it. You nearly made it out. Now, I don't really understand what they are. That's why I say, like a liquidy plasma being on a different frequency, you have to be heightened to see them. You can see them more in higher light. And they're there all right, watching, gliding round. And there's ways that you can actually see these things. Go on a walk or bike ride for 5 miles, do some kind of like physical exercise, and then just have a sit down. You go like kind of like disorientated. You must release some kind of DMT or something or whatever. Then you start seeing the faces. I can sit there and I can literally see them hovering on the walls and gliding across things. If you've got orbs in your like bedroom or your house or anything, take a picture of them and then zoom into them. You can see like cartoon faces in the auras. So I went to get some professional help because I didn't think my brain could hack what it was seeing. If you don't understand what's going on, it can send you crazy. So I sat with some people and they suggested that I go to this weekly course where, for people that's lost the way a little bit, it could help you. You know, people do drawings and stuff. So I went, and there's a lot of creative people there talking about certain things, but it wasn't for me. But I was being told to pick up a camera, make some shorts, just make some shorts on what you're seeing. And so I did. So basically I became the self-taught filmmaker. Didn't really have a clue about what I was doing. I was making these shorts, and one of them was called the Resonator, talking about a resonator where you can put something on your head and it can be wired into the internet, and it can take the veil away from your eyes so you get to see what's really in front of your face. Like I said in my last video, we're not on our own on this plane. There's things on top of it, and we only see 1% of the electromagnetic light spectrum. So we've got no chance there of being able to see things with our own eyes unless we are tapped into it. I just found myself changing, and I had this thirst for knowledge, and I just wanted to learn. I just wanted to read stuff and just take and absorb this new wave of information that was just flowing like through me. Because everything was bullshit, I now knew that when I saw the grids and everything, that I was in a simulated reality, a holographic reality. And a lot of people like myself have dug deep with this, and we've even questioned whether there's computer programmers on the 4th dimension that have created this, right? The fallen angels, the fallen angel, along with these so-called shape-shifting reptilians that are running the fucking show. So yeah, I dug all into that, kind of like started making sense, looping things together. But over the years, I started to tidy myself up. Things were starting to happen. I was starting to change. I started going to movie auditions and doing like little parts of auditioning. I was here, there and everywhere in the UK. I've made videos on this. And I moved me and my family away up into the peaks. Moved away from everybody to settle down. And I'm not the one for really settling down, because nobody can tame me, but because I'm a free spirit. But I felt myself, I was settling down. So I felt myself changing, stopping drinking because I was a really big binge drinker. I just felt everything was boring. I was hiding behind the bottle. I didn't know myself, I didn't like myself, and people were just around me, so-called friends, or it was really associates who were just out for what they can get. As soon as I stopped all that, that was it. They didn't want to know, and so I had to get rid of them. I had to get rid of a lot of people on this awakened journey. So the only things that I've delved into since then are magic mushrooms and truffles. And the first time that I had magic mushrooms, woo, I think I was being shown and being guided to be told that this is your path. You know that this is a fake reality, so I'm about to show it to you. And I got shown it, but I was on these healing magic mushrooms, and kicked all the sand in my face, showed me many of my faults. I had this love feeling that you will never understand in your life. You will never ever feel it. You'll never feel it through butterflies. You'll never feel it being in love. You'll never feel it like, you'll never feel that love like I've felt. It was vibrating through my body, and it started from like my feet all the way up through my body, like vroom, vroom, vroom. And it was one of the most beautiful, amazing feelings that I've ever had in my life. And that indicated to me that there was this love source like no other that is with us all the time, watching over us, telling us we're here. We might have dumped you off into the big bad world and let you get on with it. We're your real parents. We love you. Just feel this. And it's love like I've never felt in my life. It took me on a 6-hour journey, and it was just pure love. Regardless of all the evil, demonic shit and thinking that there's dark entities ruling the world, there is something beautiful here hanging over us all. And it's here for you and me. So anyway, I started to become a regular on truffles. And I just thought, through the lockdown, I thought, fuck it. Let's do a 15 gram. Again, it's on my wall. 15 gram trip by myself in the middle of nature. First of all, it completely ripped me in half. I must have been just sitting there for a good long time in the field. And then I lay down, and there was just streams of tears coming down my face. I was happy. I was in this element of happiness again. Like you have never felt in your life. Happiness, feeling so happy and in this joy, bliss, like thinking of my kids. They were there, and it was just like, I'm here, Daddy, I love you. It was showing me what it was like just to be in that element, and it was just floods of tears. And all around me was this big massive grid, and above it just randomly started communicating with me, like telepathy, started like telling me. He said, you know a certain person. I was like, okay. And he goes, I want you to send a message to that certain person and tell her everything is okay. And I was like, I can't do that. I haven't seen her in a long time. And he said, promise me you are going to do this. You are going to tell her everything is okay. She's never going to understand if I tell her. And it was saying, she'll understand better than you know. And so I said, yes, okay, I promise. So here's me in the middle of like having this bliss, happiness. I'm getting told to send a message to somebody that I haven't seen in many years. I sent that message straight away as soon as I got back. I just want to tell you right now that you are not alone. I promise you, there's a higher loving energy source that's got their fucking finger on you, baby. Now, the only way that you're ever going to experience this is if you're going to go and do some truffles or some healing mushrooms yourself. And just to go down there. Some of these scientist arseholes need a dose of that medicine. They need a kick up the arse. They need to have their reality ripped in front of them. They need to be shown that this is a holographic reality. And when you start doing your research, you'll understand that we are not spinning through fucking space. That's just some sci-fi shit. When people can lower their ego and start doing their research on the other side, then they'll start having a better understanding about the world that we live in. So yeah, everything's magic, and the word electrician and magnetic means magician. It's all magic. So I've pretty much told you my story right now, and all I want to do is just be a better loving person. When my body gets old, when I leave this place, I want to know that I've done the best I can, best towards my kids, best towards my partner, best towards everybody that's around me in my life. I just want to do good. And I wish this older me right now had a word with younger me and said, hey, cut the fucking drinking, cut doing what you're doing, just get away from these people around you. They're not friends, they're just out for what they can get, they're just associates. Sort your life out, have a plan. I'm trying my best to be connected to source. It's never too late to make a change, to be a better person. It costs nothing to be nice to somebody, it costs nothing to be loving, it costs nothing. Making this Spiritually Awakened video again is for you guys, right? And take something from it. You don't have to resonate with all of it, just even if it's just a love part, just take that. Just take that away from it and just know that. And just know that there's something loving hanging over us all. Every September grows Liberty Caps. Now, why does it do it every single year? It's because you go through so much in the year. You need some help, you need some guidance, you need some support, you need some love. Some people need to make a change, some people need to create. That's why they grow every year. They're growing to help you and heal you. I think I've finished.